Hello everyone and welcome to Orange University. On tonight's episode, Domain Alara. So, last time I played Domain, I was playing the standard version, and people were talking about, what would that deck do with rotation? I'm not really quite sure, and so I thought about maybe the Alara deck, which is not rotating out, but then I thought about it, it is kind of rotating out, because all the Triumphs are rotating out anyways, but more importantly, the best card in the deck, Cemetery Desecrator, is rotating out. So before it rotates out, I do want to try out this deck one more time, so I went ahead and adjusted the old Alara deck into the newer version, now that we have Ancient Cornucopia as another card to bring out with Alara. So the trick is you don't want to have more than, or anything that's more than or less than 4 mana value in your deck other than Bramble Familiar, so that when you hit Domain or hit Invasion of Alara, you'll get exactly Bramble Familiar to play the fetch quest. To do that, we have a lot of prototype spells, channel spells, discard spells, or discard ability in the spells, or adventure spells, so that even though everything looks like it's heavy mana cost, they're not, right? And then we can slot in just one card underneath the 4 CMC costs. So I put in Ancient Cornucopia. This card is fantastic because what happens when you play it and then play Alara is that you gain 5 life. And then, if you're able to have Ancient Cornucopia on the board, Invasion of Alara, it says you can copy a permanent. You copy Ancient Cornucopia, and now every time you play any spell, you gain double its mana color. So if you play another Alara, you gain 10 life. That's insane, right? So that's kind of the idea behind why we can put Ancient Cornucopia in the deck. In addition to that, we can also make our own luck. Make our own luck can help us plot a Alara, so that we don't have to get Domain, or you can plot a Bramble Familiar just to cast that instead itself. Both are okay. So that is the adjustment to this deck, and because we are putting in make your own luck, I'm always going to put in one with the multiverse, right? If we just make our own luck into the multiverse, boom, we get something. It's very rare that it happens because we only have 2 luck in one multiverse, but it is something that has a potential. Then let's look at the whole rest of the deck. We have, in the rest of the deck, we have 4 Bramble Familiar, of course, and 4 Invasion of Alara. That is the combo you need to have. Alongside that, we have 1 Ancient Cornucopia, 2 Make Your Own Luck. I couldn't fit in more. I would like to have more. I would like to have 4. And then we have 4 Leyline Binding, of course, for the removal. 4 Cemetery Desecrator to get the -7 to then trigger the Invasion of Alara. And then the rest of our deck needs to be at least 7 drops in order for Cemetery Desecrator to exile, and then to trigger the Invasion of Alara to flip it. So I have 2 counter spells. A lot of people are not going to see counter spell coming in this Domain Alara deck, and that is Mirrorshell Crab, right? Discard, the channel discard for 3, and then counter unless opponent plays 3. And this is target spell or ability. You can target basically anything and counter with a Mirrorshell Crab. That's pretty good. 4 Phyrexian Fleshgorger, of course, for life gain, and then 4 Virtual Persistence, again for removal and life gain. And then we have 4 Her Migration. Since we're at Domain, we can always just get a big board and kill our opponent with it that way. And then one with the multiverse. So if you look at our deck, 26 lands total. We have a lot of mana colors, right? We have, 1 of each for the Domain lands for sure. Since we don't have a lot of land fetches, right? We don't have her Migration for land fetches. Just 1 of each color should be good. And I have 1 Shattered Sanctum, 1 Overgrown Farmland, because we need white for sure for our Domain Leyline Binding, and then we need black for a lot of the Cemetery Desecrator, Virtual Persistence, Phyrexian Fleshgorgers, things like that. And then we need green, of course, for Bramble Familiar and Ancient Cornucopia, and maybe Make Your Own Luck, right? So that's why we have these dual color lands. And then the rest are Triumphs: 3 Riffing Tower, 3 Xander Lounge, 3 Zerotor's Proving Ground, 3 Jamir's Garden, 3 Spara Headquarter as our 3 of each of the Triumph lands. Not 4, but 3 of each, because we're playing Yu-Gi-Oh out here. So that is the whole deck list. Let's go into the games. Alright, our opponent is Meq? Me triple EQ? I don't know. Full name. Don't know what it means. Alright, we got 4 lands and an Alara. We go first, so we might be able to survive long enough for this to matter. Riffing Tower first. Simic, huh? Simic Cookies. Okay, that is no bueno. Simic Cookies always hurt. I don't have a green mana, so it's not really gonna matter here. So do we just play a Shattered Sanctum here? Now, I could Virtue, but I don't think Virtue is that good, right? I think it's better to have a 3-drop here. And then a 2-drop, 2-drop. Or I could play Bramble. Okay, first of all, I'm playing this land for sure. I could play Bramble Familiar, and that way I will have Alara next turn, assuming that they don't remove. Assuming they don't remove, right? I do have a counterspell that could have held up, but I'll take those damages. Right, this is green, white, black. I don't have red. Okay, never mind. Can't actually get Alara unless I get a red mana. Somehow. Didn't get all 5 mana. Didn't think that was possible. There's a Leyline Binding that costs 3. How embarrassing. Well, at least we can make our own luck. Plot the Bramble. Cool. This is red, so we'll be able to get red mana eventually. But this is a lot of damage. This is already 5 plus 6, 11 damage. Sure. Already 11 damage. Painful. Guess we'll do this first. See what the quests will be. Come on, fetch something good. Fetch me Omniscience. I mean, it did fetch me a Cemetery Desecrator. Why did I fetch a Cemetery Desecrator? I didn't. I thought I was playing Alara. Okay, that was dumb of me. -X, I guess. On this or Ginger Brute? On this. Wait, I thought it was double. Isn't it double? X is remove X counter. Okay. I've played this all wrong. I haven't played this deck in a long time. Oh well, let's minus this. I totally meant to do that. Alright, Jetmir's Garden should give me a 1-mana Leyline Binding, right? I did that all wrong. Okay, I can Leyline Bind this. And then I'll have to block one of these. I have to take the 2, I suppose. -X on your Ginger Brew. What did you get out? A lost GT. Okay. Scary, but at least he hasn't attacked me with anything. So now we can Alara, right? This time out, I am able to play Alara. What do I get out? Choose one and play without mana cost. Bramble. With the fetch quest. There is Omniscience. But I can also get the Cemetery Desecrator, right? This is normally what you want to get. Yeah. let's not go crazy here. Let's see. We'll exile a Crab probably. No, let's exile the Virtue because I can't bring that back. Remove 7 counters from this. I will draw 2 cards. Destroy a permanent. Let's see, the Schooner or the GT? Schooner. An artifact. That's a pretty good Phyrexian. Let's copy this. Do I copy a Leyline Binding? I can bind the Lost Jite too. Distribute one. Is that how it works? 1 or 2. How many do I get? 3. Okay, that's why I couldn't get enough out. Alright, now we can play Xander Lounge. Misplayed left and right, and I can still get there. Maybe. Now, if you play Ginger Brute, he can attack. But it does not deal 4 damage to me. Our opponent's probably Salty Rope. Yeah, it looks like a Salty Rope, right? I mean, he spent the money on that Lost Jite. Look at that art. He definitely thinks, oh, Jite, it's a good card. I heard it was banned. Let's put that in my deck and see what happens. Little does he know. Wrong card. Wrong card, who this? We can get to gain 17 life next turn. If we ever get to attack, which I don't know if it will happen. Because it will probably just be a rope. Burn the rope. Keep burning the rope. Yeah, this is arena experience. To be fair, I was misplaying left and right because I was I'm not used to this deck anymore. It's been a while, but so make your own luck is not Invasion. So when that happened, I should have brought back Phyrexian Fleshgorger instead of Cemetery Desecrator. But thinking back, Desecrator did help me kill a creature. Alright, he's just gonna let it happen. He's just gonna explode before I get to attack, probably. This is 21 damage, so he has to block. I also have a counterspell up now. Not only is this 21 damage, and he has to block, we also gain 17 life. So we'll be at 21. Blackjack. We'll never get there though. It's just gonna rope till our opponent explodes. That's the fun part about playing Magic today. I mean, this is not a design issue, even though it kind of is. The long rope is a design issue. The main thing is that so many players don't know how to just quit. They okay, I think that is a big design issue, right? So as they're burning out, I want to talk about this. Is it gonna explode? No. Okay. So the biggest issue here is that when your opponent just throws their iPad out the window, they should explode. They should not have rope because they DC, right? You should lose a game to DC, and everyone should be okay with that. Alright, our opponent is Maximus 333. Nice number. We go first. We have almost Domain. Not quite there, but since we're going first, we have a better chance of hitting Domain. Swamp. Uh-oh. Already nightmaring us. Desecrator? That's not very useful. I mean, I drop a Phyrexian Fleshgorger because I need to kill their 2-drop, but not really quite sure how to handle all the discard cards. Mosswood Dread Knight. Okay, not all discard cards. Get a Spara Headquarter down. Or I get a Phyrexian Fleshgorger down. If they have a Liliana, I'm kind of screwed here, right? I don't have a 4-drop anyways. The Desecrator is not useful in my hand. Maybe when I get to 6 mana it will be useful, but I need to have one more land, right? So this is missing blue and white. This is blue and white. There's no reason to play a land first, honestly, since it's coming to play tapped. She'll just need it. Okay, I'll sack it. Just don't be a bat. Just don't be a bat. I probably have a bat. Alright, do I have blue here? Blue, white. No. Blue. I don't have green, huh? Green, red, yeah, it's not quite there. I think it's not quite there, right? You won't let me play it? Yeah, it's not quite there. Mosswood Dread Knight, is he gonna kill it in response? He doesn't. I'm not gonna get to 7 here, not that easily. I mean, the chances of me getting to 7 and not having Invasion of Alara is very low, right? So that's why I'm playing it, but it's probably gonna get killed. Sheoldred's Edict, okay. Yes, so that's what happens. I gotta say though, this Domain deck, it seems like I can assemble Domain and have an Invasion of Alara in my hand any game. There's not been one game that I could have done that. It feels kind of bad. Another Desecrator. I'm just at the mercy of whatever they play, because, man, this hand is terrible. Can I top deck an island? Well, it's not like I care about these cards. Can I top deck an island? No. Proving ground. Yeah, it feels terrible playing this deck when these kind of things happen, but I don't know if I can get around that. Galissa? Alright, that's annoying. I think I have Alara next turn, if all thing goes right. I do have Alara right now. And I'll get a Bramble fetch quest, right? Cast a fetch quest. I do get a Desecrator, that's important. It's on the stack, they can kill it in response if they want, but it's already on the stack. So, exile her migration. We'll exile 7 count, or remove 7 counters from my Invasion of Alara. And then it goes off. I do have Leyline Binding in the still alive. Let's see, I want to draw 2 cards. Destroy a permanent. Do I destroy their manlands? Because I hate those. Or do I destroy Galissa? Galissa's also scary, right? If they turn their manlands live, can I do anything about that? Ooh, I can block it. I guess there's that. No, let's kill their manlands. I draw 2 cards, put an artifact. Isn't this an artifact? No, it's an enchantment. Choose a permanent I control and then get a copy of it. I can copy the Cemetery Desecrator to kill the Galissa, or I can copy an Ancient Cornucopia, and every time I play a card, I gain 2 life, right? Is that better? Also, I'll have 3 mana. You know what? I'll copy the Cornucopia. Because now I can do this. I'll tap these. I'll gain a life. It's just 2 life, but 2 life is gonna matter a little bit. And then he'll kill my Cemetery Desecrator, probably. I can kill one of the Mosswood Dread Knight if that's the case. He doesn't. Huh. Well, we just turned the corner, like, hard. Phyrexian Obliterator. Sure. You wanna fight? Probably a fight spell coming up. Yeah, there's a fight spell. Oh, what happened to the Obliterator? I thought you wanted to fight. Could just attack for 7, right? I think he wants to fight again. But I don't think I can draw into a removal, not with this hand. So I can Bramble. Well, I mean, I can Bramble with this. Attack for 7 first. He just takes it? Okay. So what can I Bramble into that would help? Even an Omniscience doesn't really help, right? I can only put a card in, so... I'll just drop a land and play Virtue. Yeah, if he wants to fight, I have to sack my lands. But I have Virtue. And Virtue will fight him pretty well. So yeah. I think this will help. He took a lot of damage. I don't know why he took the 7. He could have just blocked. Right, this isn't Tramp. Oh, it's Menace. So he has double block. That's why. Gotta read my own cards. Siege the Mirror. Alright, he's gonna get another Obliterator and fight me with it. If he fights, doesn't it die? I wonder. Shieldred? Not what I expected, honestly. He can't really attack. He does attack. He does attack anyways, so... What can I get out? The Cemetery Desecrator will kill his Shieldred. Five. Is there a 5-drop here? There's a 4-drop here. There's a 6-drop. Yeah, right. GG. It's not game over, but I can kill the Shieldred and I can attack for 7. So yeah. Should have just tried to fight me again. Alright, our opponent is Jarsa. One dinosaur, one jar. We go first. Desecrator, Desecrator. I don't want to see those, so I guess we'll mulligan. Now we have a better hand, but Leyline Binding definitely can't be played very quickly, so maybe I put that back. We'll keep 6. Right? I have white, but that's to get Domain I need a lot more than just 1 white. Still, I think the Fleshgorger can go. I know it looks weird, but I probably will draw a Domain land. Well, I have a higher chance of drawing a Domain land, is what I'm trying to say. See, now it's 2 mana to Leyline Bind. Black, or this is blue-red, black-green, white. Not quite 2 of these. He's almost going to be able to untap the fairy. He probably has counter spells, right? Running these out to counter spells feels kind of bad. That was pointless. If I play Leyline Binding this turn, there's no guarantee that I'll Invasion of Alara next turn. He's just not going to play anything for the rest of this game. And I'm just going to draw Virtues. Yeah. Oh, you could get a look at my hand. Wonder what you're gonna take. A Virtue? How could you? Another Virtue? I mean, if you think that would help. Well, you did your thing, I do my thing. That was a good top deck. Untapped blue. Did not think it was gonna happen. Alright, well we got double Bramble, so let's fetch a quest. That was a Desecrator, right? Yeah. Time to Desecrate. And none of yours. What do I have? Do I have a 7? I got Virtue and I got crap. Alright, Virtue is 7. So there we go. Cast it. I would like to draw 2 cards. Destroy one of your bats. Or his land. Does slow him down a lot more when he had no land, right? But no, come on. Choose a permanent. I guess I'll choose a Desecrator. Let's see. Put 1 on this, 2 on this. And now the Desecrator can exile his bat to kill his other bat. Seems fun. I have another invasion waiting for you, so we want to keep this going. Siphon Insight. Wow. Trying to steal my deck. Hope you saw something good. I guess you did. Oops. Goodbye. Alright, our opponent this time is the Famok. Like a hammock, but with this whole family. Opponent goes first. We got 3 lands, Familiar, and Luck. So I am gonna keep, but man, am I sad not to draw Alara ever in my Invasion of Alara deck. Mountain. Alright, this whole thing just changed into, do I stand a chance against Mountain? They go first, so I don't think I can make it to turn 5, honestly. Play with fire, okay, at least. That was a terrible turn 2. Do I Bramble Familiar? I'm okay with blocking, honestly. I need a blocker. He probably has another play with fire anyways. Save myself 2 damage to the face, right? Monetary Swissphere. Monetary Monastery. Shock to my face. Alright. Shatter Sanctum. Fleshgorger. No attacks here, I can block. If he buffs it, I can still gain a life. And then we trade. I gain 3, I go to 9. Yeah. Not 100% dead, but is getting there. Alright, this way I don't have to ping myself. Desecrator can definitely kill his creatures. Virtue can help me gain a life in my hand. I am at 9, he can just burst me out right here. He hasn't plotted anything, so that's important, right? There's a creature. Alright, good. So First, I virtue. Look at all the lands I drew, though. Oh man. Kill that. We'll desecrate. We'll exile probably spells. Play with fire. Monstrous Rage. -X on your code breaker. Alright, I will play Proving Ground? No. Garden. I need more whites. Mana. No attacks. And turn, I have an extra 3 life here in my back pocket. Slick Shot. Ugh. Alright. That's a flyer. I can't really stop that. So do I cycle for a card here, or do I Permigration? I think I cycle for a card. Ooh, another Desecrator. Okay, I can kill the Slick Shot this way. So we'll play the second Desecrator, probably. Do I want to keep my Bramble Familiar untapped? There's not really a point to that. I need to exile a 3 mana cost card, right? Just in case he has a something that brings it back. So, you know, let's just go big. Yeah, get rid of that. Take 4. We got to turn the corner somehow. Squee. Going to attack? Not going to attack. Okay. That is a good draw. So, how much do I care about the Squee? I'm not lethaling him here, right? So, not even trying to block? Okay. So, that means I can do... I need to keep a white open, right? Do I have 2 green? This is a green. This is a green. I got Leyline Binding. This should be able to get me out of any jam. Even he has a plot. Godric? Godric's bring it on. Bring it on, Red Boy. Just an attack? Well. Alright, let's declare blockers first. Then he can be sad. You know what? Everybody pow in front of the Squee. And quit. I know Alara, still win. That's the game for you. Welcome back, everyone. Now that you've seen those games, how did you feel? Because honestly, I feel very crappy about this deck. Not that this deck is bad. I feel really crappy with the way a lot of the games pan out. One of the games I definitely misplay like heck, but that game was my first time learning this deck again since I haven't played in a while, and I forgot that Make Your Own Luck is in a deck, and I thought every time I was searching I was playing Invasion. All right, that's one of it. But the main thing is, it's so hard to draw Invasion of Alara in this deck. That's insanely hard for some reason. Of all the games that I've played, right, all the games I've shown, I've had Invasion of Alara stick somewhat, except that last game with the Hermigration. But of all the games, right, basically every game I lost is because I could not draw Invasion of Alara. And you don't draw Invasion of Alara, the rest of the deck is just bad. The rest of the deck just doesn't do anything without Invasion. It's like a 3 mana Phyrexian Fleshgorger isn't that much. A 2 mana Virtue isn't that much. And waiting until you get 7 mana to play these cards usually die to aggro pretty quickly. So yeah, you need Invasion of Alara hard. So that's kind of how I feel about this deck, and that means that maybe you have to adjust somehow. Maybe add 2 more, Make Your Own Luck, and take out one of the multiverse. You don't want to get too janky, and then take out Mirrorshell Crab or take out Phyrexian Fleshgorger because they definitely underperform in most games. That's how I feel. And the domain, the land base for the domain, I think that it fits fine, right? We weren't really hard pressed on getting Domain in most cases. There are 1 or 2 games where I feel like it's very hard to get Domain, and then I immediately draw the Domain lands next turn. So that's definitely something that's viable. Ancient Cornucopia did help us in one of the games to gain life, and Ancient Cornucopia is a good card. I was thinking about whether or not to run Spelunking instead of Ancient Cornucopia, but Spelunking is just not a very good card once you already have Invasion of Alara, and Ancient Cornucopia is very good to gain life even if you're sticking Invasion of Alara out. So yeah, I do think we need two more Make Your Own Luck, and maybe cut a Fleshgorger and one with the Multiverse, or cut a Fleshgorger and Mirrorshell Crab. If you really want the Multiverse, if it was me, right, I would definitely keep Multiverse just for the memes, and then cut a Fleshgorger and the Mirrorshell Crab, just, you know, something to think about. And that would still be the Alara Quest deck. Now, if you want to really think about the mana curve, this should be a 1-drop. If you're getting the Domain correctly, this should be a 3-drop. This should be a 3-drop. This should be a 2-drop. This should be a 2-drop. So this is what the actual deck's mana curve looks like. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and up. So yeah, this deck, I don't think the mana curve is going to hurt too much. I don't think the card themselves are weak. It's really just how lucky are you to draw an Invasion of Alara. Sometimes you got to make your own luck. Really, that's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time.